Hi Skylar, it's me Mima, and today I'm going to read you a book. Oh wait, look at my shirt. It's a good day to read a book. I'm going to read you a story outside because it's nice weather out here on my front porch. This is the book that I'm reading for myself. It's called Hidden Pictures, and it's a mystery. It's getting really good. Do you see how far I am? See my bookmark? Anyways, that's what I read for myself. But to share with you today, I have Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Voist. It says, Alexander wakes up with gum in his hair. His best friend is mean to him. He has to eat lima beans for dinner. And there's kissing on TV. For Alexander, it's a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I bet you've had days like that. I bet you've had wonderful days. But I bet there's been a few where a lot of things have gone wrong all on the same day. And that's what happened to Alexander. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. It's not off to a good start, that's for sure. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. And Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. When we were growing up, they used to put little prizes in the cereal so that you would buy them because you would want the prize. And his cereal didn't have a prize. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. And no one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There's teacher. There's him feeling rotten. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend, and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone and lands in Australia. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. No dessert for Alexander. That's what it was, because after school my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. There he is, all upset, at the dentist office. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, And while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. And, I can't believe there's an and, but something else happened. While I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I told everybody. No one answered. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man said, "We're all sold out." They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. There are all the boys getting their shoes. Poor Alexander. The kind he wants is sold out. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as could be, except for my elbow. Also, he said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There is his office. Look at the dad, how frustrated he is. Ooh, the wind is blowing. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate lima beans. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. There they are at dinner time. Here he is just feeling horrible. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that. There he is in bed. There are his brothers in their bunk bed. Even in Australia, there he is asleep. Now this did sound like a bad day. It didn't sound like things were going Alexander's way at all. But sometimes when we're having like very bad days, we forget to look for the good stuff, for the good parts of the day, because it just seems like everything's going wrong. But if we look back at the pictures, here he is, waking up in the morning. Look, he's got a skateboard, he's got a teddy bear, he's got a nice comfortable bed with blankets. Let's see what else he has. Look, he's got food to eat for breakfast. He's not even gonna be hungry that day. And there he is going to school in a car. He didn't even have to ride the bus. So he got to ride in a car. And here he is at school. So he has a teacher and he's getting to learn new things at a school. Looks like he's safe. And on this one, he said he's his third best friend. But at least he has friends. You don't have to be the best one, right? You could just have regular friends. And then here was the lunch where he didn't have dessert, remember? But look, he's got food. Now he's not gonna be hungry for the rest of the day, right? He wasn't hungry in the morning. He's not gonna be hungry at lunch. And here he is at the dentist, right? Remember he got that bad news that he had a cavity? But you know what the good news is? He can go to a dentist and the dentist can fix it. So it's a good thing that the dentist found it, right? So that he could fix it. And here he is. Remember, he stubbed his toe and then he fell. Well, I can't really think of anything good about that page. Except for that he has brothers, maybe. Maybe that he wasn't by himself. I don't know. Sometimes siblings, now you won't know this because you're an only child, but sometimes siblings can be a good thing. Sometimes not. And then this is where he got in trouble from his mom. But guess what? He has a loving mom. He has a mom who cares about him, right? And here he is at the shoe store. Can you guess what the good news is here? He's getting a pair of shoes, right? It might not be the ones he wants, but he's getting a pair of brand new shoes. That's a good thing. And here he is at his dad's office, and he's kind of making a mess of things. He's forgetting how to behave in an office. But guess what? His dad has a job, right? So one of his parents, his mom, stays home to take care of them, right? You saw her making the breakfast and taking him to all his appointments and to school and stuff. The dad is at work. It's kind of like your family, right? Because your dad takes care of things at home and takes you to school and takes you to appointments or whatever you might have during the day and picks you up from school. But your mom works. So they're making money, right? That's a good thing. Earning money from their job. And then the lima beans at dinner. Might not like lima beans, but he's getting dinner, right? He's eating healthy. So that's a good thing because lima beans are healthy. I really don't like lima beans either. So if I had lima beans, I'd probably complain, but I'd also be thankful that I had something to eat. Here he is in his bathtub. And it said it was too hot, right? The bathtub was too hot. He's got hot water. You know, some people don't have that. Some people don't even have bathtubs. Some people don't get to take baths at night. I mean, I wouldn't be happy if it was too hot, but you could just run some cold water in there and fix that problem, right? And then he had to wear his pajamas that he doesn't like. That's okay, because they're clean, right? He's going to bed in nice, clean clothes. That's a good thing. Here he is back in his bed because it's nighttime again. And there's his brothers in the same room. Look, they've got toys and they've got comfortable beds and a place to sleep. Those are all good things. And you know what else is good? Is that a bad day never lasts forever. You go to sleep and you wake up the next day, and most of the time you have a better day. It's very unusual to have 2 terrible, horrible, no good, very bad days in a row, at least. I mean, you might have more than one here and there, but not in a row. So the good thing is, he's going to sleep, he's gonna wake up and probably have a better day the next day. Well, I hope you enjoyed this book, and I will try to pick out another fun one to read to you next week. Love you, Skylar. Bye. Mwah. And I hope you have a great day.